Happy spooky season. This story comes to us from South Carolina. It's about a place called Pawley's Island. They say the gray man always appears on Pawley's Island before a deadly storm. He warns of impending danger for the small island's residents. He appears as a shadowy figure, dressed in all gray clothing, standing on the beach or among the dunes, waving to people before suddenly vanishing in front of their eyes. People who see the gray man and heed his warning always survive the storm. They say he saves lives because he was unable to save his own. The story goes that he was the son of a rich man who owned the Pelican Inn on Pawley's Island. One evening he was going to visit his girlfriend who lived on the other side of the island. He had just returned from a long voyage at sea and was planning to marry her. She waited and waited for him to arrive, but he never came. As the young man was traveling down the road, he was so eager to see her that he took a shortcut across the marsh. His horse stumbled and fell, throwing him. When he tried to stand, he realized he was deep in quicksand. Despite his best efforts, he was not able to free himself, and he died a lonely death, sinking. The young girl was devastated by the terrible news. She almost went mad with her grief. She spent countless hours walking forlornly along the beach, mourning her lost lover. One windy afternoon, she was out walking when she saw a man dressed all in gray. He was looking out over the water, and as she got closer, he started waving at her, and she felt her stomach tighten because she recognized him. It was her would-be fiancé. She couldn't believe her eyes, and suddenly a wave burst from the sea, enveloping him. And when the wave subsided, he had vanished. She was terrified and told her family what she had seen. Her parents thought she was going mad, so they took her to see the doctor on the mainland. That night a hurricane struck the coast. The ocean was tossed by the winds and the waves. The violent winds destroyed nearly every home on the island. The next day, when her parents and she returned, Pawley's Island was ruins. Over 300 people had lost their lives, most of them dragged out to the sea and drowned. There was wreckage strewn all around, but somehow their house was undamaged. It was as though it had been protected by an unseen force. She was convinced her lover had returned to save her life. Ever since then, the gray man has been seen before every major storm, warning people to take shelter. In 1893, a family saw the gray man silently waving at them. They fled the island, and they survived a horrible storm that killed an estimated 1,500 people. In 1954, a young married couple went to Pawley's Island for their honeymoon, and one day they spotted a man in gray. His clothing was rumpled, and he was also wearing a gray hat, which covered his face. And just as soon as they had seen him, he vanished without a trace. They left the island, and a hurricane struck soon after, killing 95 and destroying 15,000 homes. And in 1989, a husband and wife were walking along the beach on Pawley's Island when they saw the man dressed all in gray walking among the dunes. As they approached him, he suddenly vanished. This couple had heard the legend, so they promptly packed their bags and fled inland. A storm struck the coast, killing nearly 76 or more people on its path. So if you take a vacation on Pawley's Island, keep an eye on the beach and look out for the gray man. If you see him waving at you, take heed of his warning. It just might save your life. Or, better yet, stick to the mainland. Seems like that island's got a bad luck. But what do I know?